Whenever when they go to court, I get to me. I don't know where I'm going to tell you. I don't know. Before, and then going to be shows evidence. Shows evidence. Shows evidence. Shows evidence. Now, I know what to say. You know it, all of you know it. Did they argue? Why did I not? What I was doing, what I was doing? You stay in London. You talk say Buhari. No one a fact. The video there. The video there everywhere. You know what? Find out when they come to YouTube. Or that's even please come and tell me what you what you tell the lie. That and the whole world.
Okay, wait, we have to go to United Nations.
Now, when he has to go, then he has the case. But he can't do for nobody, he takes to the charges. He said, nah, kangaroo, fowl and cockroach case. Now, now, but why they wasting time? Because I'm going to do it for Rwanda. What last year? Why are you not? Okay, let me you go and continue from where you stop. They want to hold you. So when it's a judgment, some people now wrote to the judge telling him that they are obeying you. You are working for one. When you are justice, we don't know why man can see the men. People say you go self. People that people. Now human rights organization worldwide. My point is that the judgment of Buhari speaking, we are synonymous. As Buhari said, that's all. If the man who wants to give judgment, you must bring evidence. Say, I feel this thing for your shop.
Tell me this is why they bring it.
They go court. The rich court guy go employ.
Tell me the reason.
Criminal lawyer.
Tell me the reason.
The lawyer don't say for your wood. We want to push you, my mama. If people who the guy go bring, show them where the guy go bring for wood. Case closed.
Can you tell me? Excuse me. Help me. You know, why they bring the acting chief judge of federation?
I tell you, say, Kanko case has no link.
I ask you a question. Then they ask you, why the
man is full of corruption?
Why acting at the moment before the court?
Onaga. When we look at it now, they kill one cow for them. They talk here. They didn't pursue. They laugh them. Sebuna said corrupt. How much it? For 14 judges together against one person. Never happened in the Nigeria. Never happened in the Nigeria. The corruption in Buhari government, they open and put the wrong. Wrong. The atrocities, the atrocities in Buhari government. Not everybody knows. You don't want to tell your paper. Why you know? Many days when you know here for paper. And if they go on, and if they open them small, you carry on. They put small, you carry on. Okay, see, I'm meeting now. They question them. Maybe they talk. Some go talk, they go pause. Some go talk, talk finish. They open cases for you. Now they call a case from Ghana. I can't look at case. What's his name? The Senate president. Look at Tebamari. He carry a name, give INEC, say that they won't come out election. Thank of INEC say like they happen. INEC say they happen. About you no contest for senator. You lose presidential, I can't bring him for senate. They high. Uma, you know they go senate. I never said they don't know. They don't know. I like that. I want to say I like it. I make it. Then they are crossing the big Tinubu now. Now 8 people they produce Tinubu. And now they don't do graveyard. Now make it take your hand. Drop it like I remain. Why they tell you that? Okay. You no go see. Where the whole the name Parliament. Nobody must go. So if you want to prove to the whole world or Nigerians, say go to primary school and go to school, 3 years certificates. You know where they there. That means you're not delegation. So that's it. That means number 2, your name is fake. Doesn't tally. Your case starts. So do you know why we hide those two? Because the name Tinubu is a very powerful name. You can't talk Tinubu name. Very powerful, very elegant, educated. Tinubu is the name. So you can't tell me Tinubu go come school. They go ask for Tinubu. They don't know why. The whole Lagos land. Fly my way there, deaf and dumb. It's women who are the vice now. The vice. Something. Sorry. The vice. You know the funny thing. You know who is supposed like something I know. Something I know. I learned this from Canifa and me. I'm from Madalena. Now you should remove that always become governor. No. Cause to lose, no cause to lose. Say you can't take the governor. The court say the city governor can't block you. I remember that time. So now waiting queue the queue time. Since then, Tinubu never contest one. You can't become kingmaker. Money they call. You become kingmaker. Now the kingmaker want to become king. And I say your seat is well. I'm good at fight down. Now all of them get together now. But they George and Jandor they together. Jandor and PDP now. 9th of Lagos for. So negotiation must do. Waiting to talk about you say Nigeria has been so oh yeah, you don't do ourselves. Down from Friday and Lagos. But Lagos has their wisdom and they're going for November 14th. Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program this morning. Yes, bystanders at the instance. I'm Christian Chuku, and it's a wonderful day to be alive and also to be hale and healthy in the city of Lagos. We are right here in Ogba, and you can see people are at the bus stop. They're deliberating and looking at the topics, conversing on the topics they are interested in. Today is the 29th of June, 2022, and you're welcome to the program, Bystanders at the Newsstands. I have with me the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and also This Day, the Vanguard, and the This Day newspaper. Vanguard and This Day newspaper. Let's start with the Vanguard this morning. The main headline: Ex-Cjn must be probed in judiciary's interest. Ex-Cjn must be probed in judiciary's interest. That is from the Senate. I am embarrassed as a lawyer, says Omar Gege. I am embarrassed as a lawyer.
says Omar Agege, adds that there is no reason judiciary should lack financially. There's no reason judiciary should lack financially. His resignation akin to vote of no confidence. His resignation akin to vote of no confidence. That's from Fashanu. He should be thoroughly investigated by NJC. He should be thoroughly investigated by the NJC. Also, another report that the gratuity of the Ex-Cjn is amounts to 2.5 billion naira. 2.5 billion naira for the gratuity that should be given to the Ex-Cjn. Okay, let's look at other stories on the Vanguard this morning. Self-defense reps ask federal government to send troops to Zamfara. Reps ask federal government to send troops to Zamfara State. Why we directed citizens to acquire guns, Matawali. That's the report you can get on the Vanguard, page 7 of the Vanguard. Why we directed citizens to acquire guns. NNPC GMD blames world scarcity hike in diesel price on moribund refineries. That's an interesting topic. NNPC GMD blames world scarcity the hike in diesel price on moribund refineries. 2023 Buhari waits into Aswecha aggrieved APC senators prevent planned exodus. Buhari waits into the Aswecha aggrieved APC senators prevent planned exodus. Alleged rigging plans deny APC leaders government officials visa. Could it be right? US and UK with others deny APC leaders and government officials visa. PDP, yes, right, US and UK with others. Bloodbath in the southeast, many dead, more missing in Ebonyi. Many dead, more missing in Ebonyi State. Benue boundary clash. Ebonyi, Benue boundary clash. Bloodbath in the southeast. Ekurimadu, we won't allow humiliation of former deputy senate president. That's the House of Reps. We won't allow the humiliation of former deputy senate president. That is coming from the House of Reps. Why I couldn't implement 2014 confab recommendations. Jonathan is saying that one. Why I couldn't implement 2014 confab recommendations. Yes, federal government hands over 57 oil fields to Matrix, Aldova, others. Federal government hands over 57 oil fields to Matrix, Moldova. Let's go straight to this day, this morning. We have like Tinubu, APC's vice presidential place holder, Masari declares that his certificate is missing. Like Tinubu, APC vice presidential candidate holder, Masari declares that certificates are missing. It's a non-issue, says Uzodinma. Certificate saga, they say it's a non-issue to restrain INEC. Action Alliance asks court to restrain INEC from listing ruling party Tinubu for 2023 presidential poll. Yes, over the certificate saga. Governor of Imo State says it's non-issue. It's a non-issue that we should be looking at. Okay, federal government rakes in 200 billion naira, $7 million with 70% full payment. Federal government rakes in 200 billion naira, $7 million with 70% full payment. Kyari, over 200 illegal refineries operating in Nigeria. Over 200 illegal refineries operating in Nigeria. Yes, 2 years after, NUPRC closes out 2020 marginal oil fields bid round. Oil fields bid round closer. Yes, unveils template procedure guide for host communities development trust. Jonathan, I didn't implement 2014 confab report because I was confident of victory in 2015. I didn't implement 2014 confab report because I was confident of victory in 2015. Desperate to save to stop off mass defection, Buhari meets 22 aggrieved APC senators. Desperate to stop off mass defection, Buhari meets 22 aggrieved APC senators. Says their threat to defect can affect parties' fortune. Their threat to defect can have an impact, a negative impact on the party's fortune. Yes, once again, welcome to the program this morning. Yes, this is Bystanders at the Newsstands, and I am Christian Chuku. Yesterday, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra yesterday spoke to the IPOB members and said that they should stop the rampage in the southeast. They should stop the killings in the southeast. That there should be calm in the southeast. That's from Nnamdi Kanu, the independent, the people of Biafra leader. I have Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Nobody's speaking to you. Yeah, like,
Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
You want to talk? I can't talk personality. I come and speak.
Okay, like Tinubu APC's vice presidential candidate, Masari declares certificates missing. Uzodinma says it's not an issue.
What do you expect from someone like Uzodinma? Thank you for having me anyway. Matthew is in him. What do you expect from someone like Uzodinma? He's from APC and he's protecting the candidate of his party. When we look at the statement that came from Uzodinma, saying that if INEC had a functional server, that one will not bother submitting particulars, credentials again. That one submitted same in 2003 when he contested as governor of Lagos State. But I don't think we should take things like that seriously, because what the constitution says is that if you are contesting an election, you submit your credentials, and INEC will in turn publish it and make it available to Nigerians to see. So it is irrespective whether you participated in an election before now and submitted the same. The law requires you to submit again because you are seeking a new mandate. So I don't. It's an issue because if your credentials has questionable issues, people are bound to ask questions, and it behoves on you who claim to possess the qualification to clarify issues when questions are being asked. Whether I like it or not, some individuals and some bodies have indicated interest to join issues with him in court. I mean, Bola Ahmed Tinubu to join issue with him in court. So it behoves, especially as you want to serve the people. As a public servant, you are no longer living a private life. Everything you do is at the glare of the public. Is at the public. The public need to scrutinize it. I said it here the other day that the current president of the United States of America, Joe Biden, was riding on bicycle the other day. Recently, he fell while riding bicycle, and the press, the whole thing was all over the media. We can see, or we could see somebody with smartphone capturing him even while on the floor, where he was quoted to have said that he's good, an indication that he's fit. If that had happened in Nigeria and any person dare to capture it, I bet you by now the person will be languishing in DSS facility.
Okay.
So if you aspire to serve the public, you already live in a public life. Everything about you is public. You cannot question people while they are asking questions about your credential, because the people need a personnel who is competent, not just by words of mouth, but by credentials. So the only way you can guarantee it is to subject the person's credentials to public scrutiny. And I think that is what is going on.
Okay, let's look at when the NNPC GMD claims to fuel scarcity and hiking diesel price on moribund refineries.
It is an indirect way of indicting the federal government. And I think I agree with him. Because if the federal government have done the needful, I don't think we'll be where we are now. Especially where it's on record. Sirap is a court the federal government as we speak.
that the government since 2015 have expended 1.48 trillion naira to carry out turnaround maintenance on Nigerian refineries. So if they were refining, we'll not be talking about cost of bringing refined products here. We'll not be talking about landing costs. We'll only be talking about cost of production, and you look at whether the government needs to subsidize it. Because if you take away the cost of bringing if you take away the cost of taking the crude outside the country, cost of bringing in refined products, you find out that if you remove those two costs, you may not need to subsidize PMS in Nigeria. So I think I totally agree with you that the problem of scarcity of PMS in Nigeria is because of it's because the refineries are not functional. And it's a function of the inability of the federal government to ensure that the money that has been expended in the turnaround maintenance of the refineries are being judiciously used. And I think on that basis, even if Muhammadu Buhari leaves office, the incoming government should probe him. They should ask questions. How can you say you have expended 1.4 trillion naira on a project, and as we speak, none of Nigerian foreign refineries are refining even a liter of PMS? It's worrisome. I think Muhammadu Buhari have questions to answer.
Now that they have identified.
Because what I'm saying it is, as we speak, he doubles as the president and the substantive minister of petroleum resources. So by our standard, if you are querying the expenditure in that ministry, you are accusing Mr. President directly. And we have said it oftentimes that Mr. President needed not to give himself so much burden, coupled with his age. The enormous task of his office, he needed not to add the Ministry of Petroleum Resources to his assignment. For a reason best known to him, he had decided to take on that responsibility. And when people start asking questions of financial malfeasance, of misappropriation of funds in that ministry, they must call his name. It doesn't matter whether he likes it or not, because he's the head of affairs of that ministry. That's how they look.
Now that they have discovered the problem, what should the government do?
The government is not likely to do anything, because the man who is the head of affairs, who is a thing god in Nigeria, is the one.
The thing god?
Yes. It's not just about Muhammadu Buhari. It's about the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The constitution makes anyone that occupies that office a thing god. Nigerian president is the most powerful president in the world. Not because if you put them on comparison basis, within Nigerian sovereignty, the power that the president of Nigeria wields on the system, American president does not wield such power on American system. So the constitution of Nigeria gives the president of Nigeria almost every power. That is why you see even Ahmed Bola Tinubu as the governor of Lagos State, when the late legal luminary Gani Fahimi took him to court over issue of his certificates. When the case got to Supreme Court, in the wisdom of the Supreme Court, they ruled that as a serving governor that he parades immunity. As such, there is immune against legal prosecution. It was on the basis of that technicality that the case was dispensed. So the president of Nigeria, whether Muhammadu Buhari, whether another person assumes that office tomorrow, he has so much power. So they need to tinker with the constitution. They need to devote some power to some other levels of government, like the local government, the state government. Because until you do that, that power, the parade, is not helping anything.
Let's look at the outgoing Ex-Cjn 2.5 billion naira gratuity for just one Nigeria.
It is legitimate, one.
Legitimate?
Yes.
We need to rework this thing.
No, what I'm saying, I said, one, it is legitimate. Two, it is outrageous. Because if he's being given that money, I like honor equally receives a similar amount. If he's giving that money on the basis of legality, you cannot question him. But on the basis of morality, I don't think it's right. Because in the same society where other persons who work for government retire and they don't get even up to maybe 8 million naira, and somebody is going home with about 2.6 or 5 billion naira, I don't think it is right. But I understand that the Revenue Allocation Mobilization and Fiscal Commission is one that is saddled with the responsibility of determining their remuneration and their severance package, and they may have given nod to that. But I think there is need to sanitize the system. Part of sanitizing the system should include looking into those areas where these people, when they retire, they go home with such humongous amounts. I can understand that even the ex-presidents like Obasanjo, Jonathan, Abu Salam, Babangida, if you look at the amount the government spent on them, is humongous as well. So there are so many areas, if we want Nigeria to work, where the government needs to look inward and cut costs. Because the money they spend on those people is too much for that they can be put to good use in other areas of the economy.
Yes, Jonathan.
But again, I still encourage the National Judicial Council to go ahead with the probe of the former CJN. Because before now, we have heard that about 14 judges of the Supreme Court wrote a petition against him that borders on financial malfeasance. And the way he hurriedly threw in the trowel by way of resigning, citing e-heads, raised some issues. Is it that because he wants to resign to avert probe? I'm not pronouncing him guilty. I don't have the information, but there's an allegation against him from people who should know better, who are workers, who are directly affected by his activities as a leader of that arm of government. And before now, as the Chief Justice of the Federation, he doubles as the Chief Justice of the Federation and the Chairman of the NJC, National Judicial Council. So under that circumstance, it's difficult to have justice. But now that he has resigned, I will now see a new Chief Justice of the Federation. That have now paved way for a new leadership of the National Judicial Council. So I think before now, if he had been in office and that probe is going on, it will look like being a judge in his own case. Okay. So since we now have a new Chief Justice of the Federation who doubles as the Chief Justice of the Federation and the Chairman of the National Judicial Council, I think it is the right time to probe those allegations and get to the root of it. Okay,
I heard that the new Chief Justice was the one that presided over the case that brought in Uzodimma.
I don't have the facts. He may be the one. But what I'm saying is that now that I understand Chief Justice want to come in, but what I'm trying to conclusively, since the man is no longer on seat, let the new man at the helm of affairs make sure they do proper investigation and see whether he's guilty or not.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. I have Mazi Chigozie. Good morning, Mazi Chigozie.
Good morning, Christian. It's a pleasure being here this morning.
Okay, GMD.
What is Matthew trying to?
I was trying to make him finish so that you can come in. That he knows that you are coming in, so not anything. And we said that the new CJN was the one that presided over the case that brought in Uzodimma as number 4 to number 1.
Well, that is the news, and it's a history, and in the course of time, we will get over that.
Now they kind of denied bail yesterday. What will you say about the whole process?
Well, it is much anticipated, and please, you should give them time to speak. It is much anticipated anyway, but that notwithstanding, we believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a fundamental right which must be protected, and fair hearing, of course, should be given to him, and fair trial. So you cannot establish justice when you don't give fair hearing or fair trial. So, notwithstanding the adjournment, I believe that his legal counsels are there to do the needful in the course of time.
Okay. Yes, NNPC GMD blames fuel scarcity the hike in diesel price on moribund refineries.
They are blaming fuel scarcity. That's it. So who are they blaming for subsidy payments? You see, if 5 trillion to 6 trillion is set aside, in fact, the entire 36 states we float state-of-the-art refineries. So what are they? But this country is just designed to fail. There is nothing. We are just marking time. The likes of Funigas who said I'm making her speech. He will reside in Europe there, be enjoying the conducive environment, enjoying the benefit, the dividends of democracy, and is here telling me that I'm doing her speech. Isn't that rascality? That is unacceptable. You see, people who live in glass houses shouldn't trust so because they are privileged to be in glass houses. It's very unfortunate. Look at what is happening. You are blaming. How long will you continue to blame one party blaming another? On what basis? Is that why Buhari was brought into power under the master of change? To keep on blaming one another. You see? For the past 7 years, you keep on blaming the incessant killings and then attacks on supposed citizens. You will only come and say, I condemn, I blame. And while people are dying, nothing is working. You see, it's very unfortunate that we keep on repeating this statement. What should have been done better? Why do you pay subsidy up to the tune of 6 trillion annually, and you can't float a workable functional refinery, and you say you are blaming for moribund? Who made it moribund? Billions have been allocated to service those refineries. Buhari, presiding as the president of Nigeria and the minister of petroleum, siphoned the whole money, gave it to his girlfriends, to his children and their concubines, including the person accusing me of a hate speech. Maybe he's one of the beneficiaries. That's why he's not happy when the truth is being said. He presides as the minister of petroleum. By implication, he has the right to and control of whatever happens within the petroleum sector, whether upstream or downstream. So why is it that Buhari in the last 7 years cannot float one single functional refinery, at least to cushion the effect of, look at how people are queuing up, stranded, scampering for the few available commuters, and the transportation fare has increased times 3. I have a program I'm running, but I couldn't meet up today. You see, the transportation, something that will take you about 1,000 naira or 1,200, you have to pay times 3 of that. I think that people should be happy. People should keep silent and keep mute without telling the truth. And don't be surprised, anything can happen now, because I know I wouldn't want to waste much of your time, because probably the battery is not well charged. It's charged. Okay, I should continue. So the fundamental issue is that this is why, the reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was defending. Of course, he's well placed, he's well to do, and he left all his pleasures and leisures being a citizen of the United States and the United Kingdom. You see, I'm a consultant of high repute. He abandoned all these degrees, you see, and they came down to identify with the pains of his people, only calling the attention of the federal government to do the needful. He said, if there were functional refineries, if there were state-of-art facilities, that the agitation for the secession or the restoration of Biafra state wouldn't have been a call to sustain. Look at Edona Lagos is not here. You see, you know that I will attack him. By now, he should have gone to Edo to protest and call for protest. Why should students, pupils, be sitting on bar floor in Edo State to learn? And you expect those students to speak English? You expect them to perform optimally. Huh? You expect them to do well. No, for crying out. The last of Funigas, I don't know where he schooled, if at all. Actually, he went to school, and his like also may not have certificate as the aspirant of APC, who has no secondary school experience or primary school experience. But he got his.
It's not an issue.
It's not an issue. It couldn't be an issue now. You know, it's antecedents. You know who he is, and it shouldn't be an issue of concern to him because it doesn't matter. But the unfortunate thing that I will enjoin Mr. Lucky to walk down to Edo State and stage a protest against Obaseki. What is Obaseki doing with the state funds? That students should sit on the bar floor learning in this 21st century. And you should expect these people to call themselves Nigerians. If you come here, become a don't know the Lagos, so making noise, trying to bring Atiku and the Tinubu back. You see, why students lack the basic necessities? How much does it cost to produce the wooden chairs for these students to sit and have a big comfort? You see, it's very unfortunate. And okay, you're looking for the contract.
Are you a pastor?
David said the contract to provide the offices should be given to him.
Let's look at Ex-Cjn will be giving 2.5 billion naira for gratuity.
That is the Nigerian for you. The looters are more celebrated. The looters are more advantaged. You see, of course, he has some cases to answer. But look at how much. That's why when they get there, they will want to protect the interests of their paymasters and not the interests of the masses, because they enjoy so many privileges, juicy privileges. You see, you know what is 2.5 billion? Why the ASUS are on strike since 2009? They are only asking for the past 14 years. They have been calling for the attention of the government to do the needful. Past 14 years. The students are on strike, the undergraduates are on strike, and the pupils have no place to sit. They are sitting on the floor, and you are giving one person 2.5 billion. I don't know what Mr. David is here to do. The South you claim is you are from South. They have no seat. The students have no seats to learn, and they are here. It's not his responsibility, but he should empathize with those children. It's very unfortunate, not just coming up here. I expect him to walk down to South and stage a protest, a very strong protest, mobilize the people.
Somebody number 4 became number 1.
That is immaterial. What I'm saying is about the future generation. In my state, you cannot see, no matter how bad it is, the community will come together and rally around and get a chair or desk for these children. You see, it's a height of impunity. It can never happen in Imo State. Imo State has the highest investment in Imo State is education. It's education. So we respect and we value education. Unlike don't know Lagos.
Thank you very much. I am Mr. Kule. Good morning, Mr.
Yeah, good morning. I wish I don't know Lagos should be around likewise, man, today. He has absconded because all those months he always come around to, and he's an Atiku man. He will jump around and this today.
No, let's not attack Lagos.
No, we need to attack him because he's a mercenary. He's a mercenary. We know him very well. He worked for Okorocha. When there was a downfall of Okorocha, he turned around again. He was criticizing him. So we should not be doing double face. We should not be doing, and I welcome back Funigas to Niger. Those are the people I stick my. They are bold. I like bold people. To Niger, welcome. Funigas, Funigas, welcome to you. You are my people. I love you, man.
Jonathan, I did not implement 2014 confab before because I was confident of victory in 2015.
Because he was confident. That's why he did not implement. You could see. Thank God the truth is coming out. Mr. Jonathan, God
God bless you for coming out with this lapses you did then, with this misgiving you gave to us. Why am I saying that? Every time here, I'm telling you about confab, I'm telling you about constitutional conference, I'm telling you about referendum. That is, I think the guilty, the conscience is worrying him. Conscience is worrying Jonathan now. Why? Because if he had done that, there wouldn't have been any Buhari. Because that is what all we activists then, you know, self-made activists, I call myself self-made activists, who are clamoring for. How can you pay people for 4 million from every region? They should come to Abuja. We lodge them in Sheraton Hotel, our taxpayers' money, and they started an assignment they could not finish. And part of the vital point of that constitutional confab was the devolution of power to the governor for the creation of state police. If that one has been done, we will have influx of Boko Haram as of now. We will have influx of bandits in our domain. We will have influx of Fulani expand in our domain. No, capital no. But you just wasted Nigerian resources, our hard-earned money, our Commonwealth money, to package some your lieutenants that you can control. They pick them one by one. They pick from all the region states, assemble them in Abuja for a cocktail gathering. Because I call it a cocktail gathering. If you want to pay me, you don't need to pay me 4 million. You don't need to pay me 4 million to talk. You can only pay me allowances. Even if you pay me money, how will I be able to say my mind? You see, those are the lapses. All these leaders, they are coming out now. Their lapses. I mean, they are regretting the lapses they created in Nigerian society now. Obasanjo has said his own. He said his mistake is NEPA. The only mistake he did was the NEPA Gensco Disco that he sold off to non-performing individuals. You get what I'm saying? So when we don't know where we are going, we should look back and trace our steps where we're coming from. Thank God Jonathan is talking now. Because that comfort that he organized, that he did not implement it, is haunting him.
Okay, like Tinubu, APC's vice presidential placeholder Masari declares a certificate missing.
Yes, if they don't have certificates,
he's saying it's a non-issue.
If they don't have certificates, they should go deep down. They know where to go. I've been saying this. Let them go. If I were these guys, I would take a flight to America. I would take a flight to the school. I would take a trip to the school he said he went to, right? Then what certificate did this guy use to gain admission in Chicago State University? At least a university in America cannot just admit you. Because all this, or what they call it, they should just go and hit the nail on the head. And where would they do that? Somebody that did not go to secondary school, at least he cannot enter university. Even in Nigeria here, if you do fake results, it will still backfire one day. It will backfire by the time they start checking up. You can see what happened to Obaseki. Where did they go to? They went to UI. The case came up from UI. They went to UI to check up all our results there. And they found it there. So I don't know. See, if you want to hold someone, try and hold him. You know, hold him firm on hand. Not like, just people will now be looking at a busybody issue. I would have loved them if they go to that Chicago and that will expose Tinubu more. That how did you get to this university without secondary school results? I know that if you want to have any foreign exam, you have to sit for SAT exam, which that SAT is equivalent of does he have that SAT? They should go and verify. They should go to that Chicago State University, and because those ones, they are still the only one that they can verify from, because they may say the principal. Yeah, and they have facts. Thank you very much. The America will not call. They will call a spade for you.
Okay.
So it's a non-issue. It's just creating a net day for its diversionary issue.
N2.5B blames fuel scarcity, hiking diesel price on moribund refineries.
So who are this? You see, these people, they are just giving us banana as monkey, because they can't, they're chipping us down to as monkey. So they give you banana. Monkey, they chop banana. And monkey is still enjoying the banana.
Who are the monkeys?
We are the monkeys.
Me.
Yeah, you and I.
No, you.
You and I are the monkeys. With the monkey, then the monkey you now. You don't know say you be mumu. Then the monkey me, then the monkey you. We are the mumu now. That's just it. See what they're saying. Say it's because the refinery. Whose fault is that? NNPC is smiling to bank. All this MD of NNPC, they are smiling to bank. Are they not the one bringing in all these suppliers? They are fucking billionaires. All these guys, what's his name? The former governor of Bayelsa, Timmy Silva or anything. He's a fucking billionaire now. The other Keyari is a fucking billionaire. They are the one behind all these transactions. They carry out the transactions. So they want to tell me they've not made one single kobo. They should come out with their Quran and their Bible to tell us the whole truth. The refinery that they could not fit. Is it a cost? The only African producing OPEC producing nation in the whole setting that does not have a functional refinery. Is that not a shame when you stand among the committee of oil producers and it's only you that don't have refinery? Is that not a shame? And you are not saying subsidy you are spending.
The money they used in turning around the...
It's not. It has never turned around. It's Baba. Yeah, Baba share they turn around. When you sit down on the Baba, they turn around. Why is it that our refinery is not? So you go and ask people that they've been giving that contract to, like make a offer, like then billionaires, self-made billionaires that we have in town now. What's it called? Them all of them.
One of the Minister of Petroleum.
Minister of Petroleum. We've never had a credible Minister of Petroleum since we had this guy. What's it called? Tam David West. It was when Tam David West left that seat. I've never seen any sincere Minister of Petroleum. The one you could talk of that started all this rubbish was Jubril Aminu. Jubril Aminu was dashing oil well out to his cronies. He was dashing oil well out since David what's it called, left that seat, in which was even probed because of a wristwatch by Babangida. So that place is a canker worm of corruption. That oil industry.
The first scarcity on the first scarcity hike in diesel price on multiple refineries, whereby it is the federal government responsibility to have put the refineries in place. Why are you blaming the fuel hike price on refinery? Where is your responsibility?
They know what they do. The suppliers, the oil importers, who are the people choosing them? Who are the people selecting them? Is it not federal government? Is it not federal? All of them have recommendation from one top political holder, office holder. They have recommendation from them. They will sign that the bearer is from me. Please approve. Well, you are during the last administration. Were you not told that majority of them, they were fake importers? They would just load their badge on the sea and turn it back, that they brought oil down to the country. Meanwhile, they sell an empty badge, oil badge, to the IC, and they bring it back.
Can't we hold them accountable?
Who is going to hold them? The citizen that has been caged already, the citizen that have been turned to monkey, that they've been given banana to chop. You know what it takes that when monkey the day when monkey refuse say no, they chop banana again. Now that monkey don't wise, because the way things are now, we have been docile. We have been docile. And the way we are docile, I don't think anybody that will reboot that our brain, it has to take long. The haters can say anything. The haters can say anything they like. So anyone they like.
Ex-Cjn to get 2.5 billion.
2.5 billion. That was, can you imagine? When I read the front page newspaper this morning, I was so saddened. This one alone is enough for someone to commit suicide. I'm telling you all this bad news, all this useless news, all this nonchalant news we heard about these people. It's still a thief, somebody that stole, that make the judiciary, that there's a complaint that he has made the judiciary dry, and he went away with the bribe of $10 billion. $10 billion. $10 billion was offered. $10 billion was offered. Is it naira or dollars? naira or dollars? I need to confirm that way. But it's billion. Billion was given as a bribe to the Chief Justice, which is part of what they want to probe him for. And you're still not giving welfare package or what they call it, 2.5 billion naira. Former MD of NNPC, he carted away 9 billion or 10 billion naira. Dollars, because they don't value naira any longer. What they see now is dollars, man. Now you carted that away. He was placed on trial. That's the former MD of NNPC. He was placed on trial. At long gone, what came out of it? They said it was a gift. Those money were the result of the gift given to him when he was on seat. Can an MD of NNPC receive gifts when he's still in power? Can a government official receive gifts from, I think one American president was accused of that during one election. You see, why are you so blind followers? We want to copy American system of democracy, but we structured our democracy towards American system. But are we following? Are we walking their talk? Are we walking the way America is walking their talk? Are we walking our talk? No. That's what I'm saying. The solution is referendum. The solution is referendum. Referendum will bring devolution of power. Devolution of power to the governors. The governors will have their own state police, and the state police will be fully armed. So any S-man will not have any routes to enter your place, to invade your place, to invade your territory. So Nigerian police now, I think they are fading off. The way I'm saying this, they are weakening. Their powers has been weakened already.
The Nigerian
police cannot. How many police do you have? How many police do you have? You have some police that have been stationed as a SPU, Special Protection Units, of all these looters that are looting our money. They will still create police for them to be guiding them. So you, ordinary citizens, Fulani can come overnight and attack you and invade you. You can see the Fulani guys that killed the Badagry boy the other time. Yeah. And somebody was filming. Police were there. They were looking like spectators, as if they were watching bullfighting. Cow versus human being. Cow life is more precious than human being life. That is the country we are.
They have arrested those people.
They have arrested, but what really happened is jungle killing, and there must be jungle justice for jungle killing. There must be jungle.
We don't practice jungle justice in Nigeria.
We need, but is jungle justice not happening already? When some people believe they have the power and they have the backup of the people at the top, and they start killing people. They start burning people. Do they have two heads? Do they have two heads? That is what I'm saying, referendum. All those people campaigning, Obi, Tinubu, Atiku, all these things. Keep saying it. We're going to back you. We say we're going to talk our own. If you're not ready to listen to for your ear to open, say we cannot continue like this. No president can come under this. What's it called? Foundation. What's it called? We have constitution. We have constitutional foundation. We have the constitution. Our constitution needs to be revisited. So that's my take, man. Thank you very much for the audience. I appreciate you.
I have Oluwawan. What is happening?
Thank you very much. Good morning. See, we give God the glory because we see today again. No matter what is happening, things are happening. Nigeria is a bloodbath. You see what I just said? You see now.
Many dead.
Yeah, the communal class, and they are the same humanity people because of Nigeria.
In Ebonya, Benue State.
Yes, they are close.
The boundary.
And they kill themselves, massacre. Why? Because Nigeria is angry. Nigeria, there is no happiness anymore in the land. Everybody is against father, mother, children. Because of the government, fail us. The government fail us. And the government is a fucker. The government create problem to Nigeria, make Nigeria to hate themselves. Because the government hates Nigeria. See my state, Edo State. See, listen, I'm talking here. Flip TV, worldwide. Nigeria, listen to me. Obaseki and his wife should vacate with immediate effect. They should vacate the government house in Benin City. Because what I just see now in the front of the newspaper, children under class, they are sitting in the floor. No chair. Some are sleeping. And you are a governor. You are a foolish governor. You and your wife to vacate because what I see, I'm crying. My state, I'm Oluwawa of Ogbala, the son of the living God. And you are the governor of my state. See my children, the floor, no chair for school, and you are collecting millions of naira for your salary. You will refund that money. Leave that government house down, you and your wife. Me na Jackpa, I mean they talk about Oluwa, they talk. They say, until you repair your school in Edo State.
Well, I say he's not doing anything.
He don't do shishi. Wait, you know they see that paper.
I saw children.
In floor. Some don't tire, they sleep. No seat, no anything. And you say you be a Edo State governor. Obaseki, you are a Mugun. You can't talk before yesterday say Nigeria don't tire for APC. They don't tire for PDP. They are looking for alternative. And you are there, not do anything. Your tata children, they for school for ground. No chair. You are a part of the Fokoyo people. You are part of the VIP. Vagabond power. All of you. No,
I don't like that thing. Calm down. This is live program.
See, don't be annoyed. Hey, don't be annoyed. See, I'm trying to let you know what we are facing. See, when I was a small boy, when I was going to school, I know that time, Keja Primary School, confirm glass, fan everything. I go to Keja Primary School. I go to Victory High School, Mobolaji Bank, Anthony Way. I enjoy education there. That was Raji Rasaki was the governor. But now, what are we seeing? But I still like Lagos State because Lagos State has demonstrate a handshake to the government school. But see my state, Edo State, see what I just see this morning. Children under the sky. So will I be happy? I can never be happy. So I'll be annoying. And there's a governor there that collecting money every month. What did the children did that we don't reach their liberty as a child? You were with child like that. Let them grow in a consuming environment, please.
Okay, let's look at the Ex-Cjn to get 2.5 billion naira as gratuity.
Oh,
the
one that
just left. 2.5 billion naira.
See, let me tell you one thing. Guys, they are arranging themselves because they are the bed of the same feather. They are in the lineage of the Fulani heritage. They will suck Nigeria to the end of the fucking shit house. But now we are wise. Now is the end of time. End of time. The park Amoru Shako. Now the fucking end of time, the fucking Fulani herdsmen. President is Fulani, Vice Fulani, all of the Fulani. He just left.
No, Vice is not Fulani.
Sorry, Vice is a Sibajo. But that one when say they want to give 2 billion now. Now Fulani. Ni na Tanko Mohammed, na criminal. He face na Tanko demon.
Leave him.
Tanko Timon. It takes like go one or say don't retire. Now it's when they give out 2%. It's really the criminal.
Okay,
retire, go and sleep for your house.
Like Tinubu, APC's vice presidential placeholder, Masari, that declares the certificates missing. His vice, yes, his vice.
Tinubu vice.
Yes, also.
What's the name?
Masari,
the former governor.
No, not the
president.
The brother of the governor of Katsina State.
President.
The brother of the governor of Katsina
Okay, the
State.
brother to the governor.
Yeah. Tinubu did not see some of the certificates. The same with the
Tinubu's certificate was not available right from time.
And the vice presidential placeholder also.
See, all of them, their certificate is on no language because they are fraudsters. See, we know who we are because we are Nigeria, and we know them. They are forgers, they are mafia, they are international mafia. So they can have certificate of a Canada or Washington DC or Alabama State University. Because me and you know past airport, they find food with job. They get plane, they fly, they be thief. International thief. I go school for Victory High School, Mobolaji Bank, Anthony. I read, and those people they are criminal. You know how they do? They go for Alabama State High School. They come here, they come be on car.
Finally, what's your advice?
Now, they are out of the game. Are you hearing me? Nigeria came. Now we are tired of Tinubu and Atiku. Obedient. come and let us see the tomorrow road. And God will protect you to that day. And Nigeria will come for you. And you will come for Nigeria. Because Nigeria is tired of Nigeria. And you are the face that will know. Please, and God will protect your life till next year. And we, you and I, Christian, all of us, will participate in the election language. And we will win. Our choice will come to pass. And we will rule forevermore. Because of God.
Thank you very much, Oluwawa.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Come close to me.
My name is John Musa Boshe.
Come close to me.
John Musa Boshe.
Okay.
From Kaduna State.
Okay, let's look at what is happening. Self-defense. Matawale is asking residents of San Francisco State to carry guns and defend themselves.
Bros, all this paper, I don't even get time for paper. I want to speak what's in my mind.
Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Yes,
Let's hear you.
yes. Bros, Nigeria, we are tired. Our mumu don't finish. We will never be mumu for this country. Our forefathers, against the civils, make this madman to be our president. Our forefathers, they know, then so far, since 1982, they know who this man is. No money, no. They know. But then they deceive the country. Osibanjo, if you speak, you don't get power for that place. Osibanjo don't get power for that seat. Make I tell you the truth. But make the youth, make them wake up. All these old men, we don't need them. We don't need old men. We need young. If Nigeria will agree, may woman be our president. As such Almighty God, I will agree. May woman control us, the man to control us. Because why? All the old men that disappoint us.
Okay.
Since 1960, they disappoint us. Nothing. See, Haba. See this man now, they carry APC cap. Put for your head. I dare hear they say newspaper. You're not supposed to say newspaper.
He has the right to support anybody he wants to support.
No.
You cannot stop him from supporting his preferred choice.
The country is not organized.
Support your own, let him support his own.
We don't get order. We don't get law. Everybody do anything that he likes. But if we need this country to be in order, we need law.
Okay, thank you very much.
And we need law and we need command.
Yeah, I just make another alarm. Good morning, Sir Lucky.
Good morning, my brother.
How is everything?
Oh, fine.
There's something happening in Edo State. There's something happening. They complain about what happened in Edo State. Children are sitting on the ground, on the barefoot.
Thank God the children are sitting on the ground. Ask their own people who are talking. Are they schooling? At least they can have a place of peace, sitting down and write. Ask those people who are talking, did they have school? Or did they have a place for them to sit? Look, like they should forget about that. That's not the issue. Everywhere is the same thing. Now, ask a question now. Which school are we talking about? Is it the children that at home now? My children, all of them at home, no, they are not going to school. No lecturer, no teacher. So what are they talking about? See, that is not the issue. The issue now is how do we make this government understand that these are bad. Not my children are sitting down is writing. That's no issue. The university people, where are they? The lecturer, where are they? That's what we should be talking about. Not children are sitting down writing on the DC. Our system has collapsed. That's what I'm saying. The system has collapsed.
Okay.
Nothing is working.
NNPC GMD blames fuel scarcity hike in diesel price on moribund refineries.
Hey. All this grammar, all these things, is it what we're supposed to be hearing now? When people are suffering, Oh my God, I don't know. I'm just tired. Every day they keep giving excuse, telling no grammar that we don't understand. Eh? What? Tomorrow they will tell you pipeline was broken somewhere, penalized, this. My brother, what we need now is to everybody to march out with anger and tell this president enough is enough. Should get out of that place. Now the man is busy traveling all over the world. And we are here saying pipeline burn, whatever. Let everybody come out and shout. Now they are deceiving us. Election is coming up. Everybody, Obi, Atiko, Tunubu, this different thing. Let me tell you. And boys are watching, the youth are watching. If it's America, Tunubu doesn't have certificate, they will drop him. And we are still there parading. You see, the worst is the youth that is doing all these things. Are you getting me?
Well,
Obi has your youth.
What of the elders?
Elder, I don't see they have anything to do again.
They're the ones that collected
PVC of money
for vote.
They know the food, that is where their future lying. Who will help them? If they don't collect to chop, who will help them? Nobody. The youth, they are supposed to now take the butt of the horn, do something. They're not doing it. I get to be. The youth are being divided. Atiko has your youth, Turubu has your youth, Obi has your youth. I get to be. The concern now is petrol, how much? Diesel, how much? No light, nothing. And what we are saying is, Obi, Atiko, my brother, they will say deceive us and then we'll continue 8 years again.
2.5 billion naira for the outgoing CGN.
You see that? Why the lecturer are not going to school, the students are not going to school. You want to map up 2 billion.
2.5 billion.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh God. You see, this country has been sold already. Map out that kind of money, where I'm crying very soon, looking for a job up and down. Going up and down, no job, nothing. Now I want to map out that kind of money. A man is about to go to grave. He's going to enjoy the money. Yes, the man is about, look at the man. He's not fit. Why can't you use that money and give to the poor? And then give it that money to an old man that is about to go. And now people are, oh my goodness. This is the time for Nigeria to come out with mass and say enough is enough for this wonder wicked president and not. The man is just busy traveling by, just making us caricature. I get me? He has traveled to Portugal. Tunubu has traveled to France. So they are just walloping our money, enjoying our money, flying plane everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh God, don't sleep. Come down and swallow these people away from this country. Push them out. Because we need now. Yes, Obi is trying. Obi will only try his best. But I'm telling you the truth. When the time of voting, money will play out. I will tell you lie.
Somebody saying that you always talk about protests. Say, why don't you mobilize the youth?
My brother, you can see me now. This thing I'm doing alone. This thing I'm doing alone is more than even protest.
No, it's not more than protest.
What are you talking about?
If you mobilize
now,
people.
where he is now is very far away. I get me? He's hearing me. And that part of it, many Nigeria, let me even tell you, look at this thing. He's calling, the man might be calling from America or anywhere, watching us. Many Nigerians are not watching it. They don't have data. They don't have money to buy data, watch us. I get me? They are hearing us. We're already dead. You talk, you die. You don't talk, you die. Man, what I'm doing here isn't more than protest. I get me? What I'm doing here every day, I come here, my time, everything here. This government is a federal government. I get me?
Let's talk about
now, look the worst thing. The young people are the ones saying our youth students are righteous. Is that the problem? Is that your problem? Your problem now, a man who have been enjoying our money for years, now the man have retired, resign, you want to give you 2.5 billion.
Okay, thank you very much.
But these are very worse.
We don't have much time.
Let the youth wake up. Thank you very much.
1 minute. We don't have much time. We don't have much time. Good morning. Let's talk about the NNPC General Managing Director blames fuel scarcity, the hike in diesel price on moribund refineries.
I don't know about that.
Okay, fuel scarcity is because we don't have refineries that are working.
I was thinking to talk about politics.
This is also politics. Okay, let's look at reps asked federal government to send troops to Zamfara. Remember, the governor has told the residents they should go and arm themselves with guns to defend themselves.
That's very bad. It's a very bad idea. Nigeria has experienced insecurity, and this enough is enough. For governor to ask citizens to arm themselves for self-defense is inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Even in America,
exposed to terrorism.
Yes, they're exposed to terrorism.
Security.
I think that is not the solution to insecurity in the Zamfara state or in the state.
What's the solution?
Yes, I'm coming. The solution, you see, the troop, the chief of army staff, Buhari has changed in own regime almost 2 times. He's asked them to shoot aside anyone that hold gun. They should shoot aside. That one is just a mere paper, just a media talk. But in a conference hall, he will tell them don't shoot aside because they want to finish their people. In America, the citizens are licensed to gun. They kill themselves, and they kill themselves unnecessarily. And in America, they know law, they obey law. But in Nigeria, giving citizens guns for self-defense, they will finish themselves. They will even use it for criminalism. It is not for self-defense again. That is how they will increase terrorism. I think Nigeria Army should look into that. They should not allow Zamfara state citizens to hold on for self-defense.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Just I have Mr. David. Mr. David, good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian Chiku. Very wonderful morning to you and to the viewers abroad and here in Nigeria. And to the CEO of Flip TV, Mr. Beru Upoloyi. Thank you for this opportunity for us to always hear our voice. Now, I want to say this quickly. I want to throw jab at some persons, 2 persons, Mr. Chigozie and Mr. Lucky. Mr. Lucky was just beating around the bush. You know what he was saying. His governor has failed the people of the state. Probably because he does not want to condemn the governor. The governor bought him that coat of arms he's wearing. The coat he's wearing. No. That's why. No, you don't need to know. And that's what I'm telling you. That's what you know. Because if truly the governor have not given Mr. Lucky stipend, Mr. Lucky would not say that is not a problem to the people. How can students in a state that receives allocation from government sit on bare floor and are saying that's not a problem? So you see, the problem we are having is now even we ourselves, we are divided. When it comes to his own state now, probably now, if such thing have happened in Zamfara state, Mr. Lucky would have come out publicly to condemn the governor of Zamfara now. Now, same thing has happened in his state. He does not have that audacity, that courage to condemn his governor. I don't know, probably because it's not for him. Let us condemn what is bad. That's like what Mr. Chigozie said. Mr. Chigozie, Imo State is ranked the most underdeveloped state in Nigeria. He knows now, he knows. Go to Imo State. Opusodima has taken them backward. Imo State, they has to be first in terms of WAEC now. They're now 31 or so. Google it.
Out of 36.
Google it. Shall we let it come now? No, they have one. Now, Google it now. Imo State, before, Imo State used to be the first in terms of WAEC. But now, no, Google it. All Pusodima have killed that legacy. Google it now. I'm not saying what I don't know. I think with facts. Google it. Now he's saying, go to that state. Surely you will see schools in that state that children sit on bare floor. It has happened in my state. So no state in this country is exempted. So don't come here and start covering and start taking side for your state. Look at Mr. Lucky now. The state children are sitting on bare floor. He's not coming to say that is not the issue. So what's that issue? What's that issue?
No,
but
you did not say I don't know Lagos again.
no. But now if something happened in the other Katsina, he will come out and start condemning the governor of Katsina. But now he got his own turn now. He doesn't do anything. Leave those people. Let's continue.
Let's continue. NNPC GMG blames the fuel scarcity hike in diesel price on moribund refineries.
Mr. Christian, at this point, I believe we should not be deliberating about this anymore. We all know that the government of the day is not being sincere to fix refineries. The government of the day is not ready to help you and I. The government of the day is not ready to alleviate poverty. The government of the day is not ready to fix any social amenities. We know what this government is doing. See, if you are depending on government now, you are on your own. Government themselves are not ready to help me and you, because tomorrow, if there is good road, if there is good job, government will see that these people are not ready to take over the reign of government. So now, ever since how many governments has come? Since 1999, no government has fixed refinery. What does it take a serious government to fix refinery? You know when I gave up was the fact that in 2015, there was this campaign going on that Buhari is the Messiah, Buhari is not rich, Buhari is that, Buhari is this one, Buhari is Jesus, Buhari is Allah, Buhari is that. Now, 7 years after now, after Buhari, look at Buhari's scorecard. You see that Buhari has even underperformed compared to the previous government. So what are you saying? Same thing with myself. I'm Mr. Christian, I tell you, no president can fix Nigeria. Ask me why. Even Peter Obi that we are clamoring for. See, if you want to fix a country, it is not a matter of 8 years. Okay, what if Obi wins today? After Obi leaves office, who do you know that is coming to become the president? Now, I'll give you an instance. When we have Dora Kuri, she was the DG of what? NAFDAC under watch did well. The woman had to combat a lot of criminality, fake drugs. We also saw drug barons. We also saw the work she did. Now, after the woman died, now, how far with NAFDAC now? No, that is why you need to look at how far with NAFDAC now. This woman left some legacies there, good legacies now. Now, when she handed over, tremendous effort. No, that's no. So that if you have Obi now, conform to that was
Let's continue.
Now, so what I'm saying is that now you need a generation for you to fix this country. So that, because even if Obi becomes the president, now Obi would play his own part. Then after 8 years, after Obi might have left the office, who will he hand over the same man to for? Will the person continue on what Obi legacy? If the answer is no, then tell me. Then see, why do you think there should be a country called Nigeria? Why do you think there should be an entity called Nigeria? Because I just told you what happened to DG NAFDAC and Dora Kuri. Now go to NAFDAC now. There's so much nonsense. There's so much corruption now in NAFDAC because the person that took over from her could not sustain that legacy. That is what I'm saying. Is that at the end of his life, it is not even about Obi now. It is the president after Obi. What if Obi becomes president, and then Obi laid solid foundation, and the person coming behind Obi comes up and destroy it. Now I tell you, Buhari said something. He said change begins with you. Now, how corrupt an average man on the streets too is corrupt. Forget about coming here to blame government. Put this man, put me there. Now, if you want to test a man, it starts from public office. Put him there and see. Those of us come here to complain, what is bad, what is that? Try us one day. Put us in any public position
2.5 billion
and see how far we will deliver.
There are 2.5 billion naira for the Ex-Cjn gratuity.
So what's wrong about that?
One person, 2.5 billion. There's no.
He has worked for it. It's not constitution. Who drafted the constitution?
NBC said no revenue. To share for states.
Who drafted the constitution? Now, we're in a country whereby we keep saying Senate probe judiciary probe executive. They are probing themselves. Useless people probing themselves. How can Tanko that has destroyed Nigeria judicial system, no bandits has been tried under Tanko. This same Tanko deprived. Tanko came in just because Onoge was unlawfully removed from office. Tanko was not even near people that are supposed to be the Cjn of Nigeria. Buhari promoted him just because he's on the Fulani was oligarchy. Now, in the sense that they said Nigeria judicial system has not been this bad under Tanko. They said Tanko siphoned a lot. Even he got to a point he had to deprive all the judges their allowances. Now, because he knows he has been exposed. Now, need to watch that. See that no man in Nigeria would voluntarily resign for public office. That means something is fishy. Some persons might have threatened him that if you don't resign, we would expose you. Because I've not seen in this part of the world whereby a public office holder, where is making money, where is embezzling money, where is siphoning money, who just wake up one day and say, I resign my post. That means something is fishy. That means it shows that the man case file has been filled up. And some persons threatened him. That was why he resigned rather than to be disgraced. And now coming to Mr. Agbado, recruit 50 million youths into the army. What they will eat? Cassava, Agbado, cocoyam. Where is the man now? He's in France. Campaign has not started. Ashibaju is already in France. Later he will come to Nigeria. Recruit 50 million youths into the army. What they will eat? Cassava, Agbado, corn. You create demand and consumption. Now you want to create wait. A man that wants to create demand and consumption already now is in where? Is in France.
Does he not have the right to travel?
Does not have the right to travel. He just did primary. Now he has gone to France. So if he wins now, that means he will shorten from Nigeria to France every day. No, is that the kind of president you want? Is that the kind of president you want? No, probably if that's the kind of president you want, good for you. But me, I don't want such president. Because a man who just finished on my election, barely a month, you get out of the country. And your brother too. Okay. Wait, Buhari too now has left for political. He said what to collect award.
Your brother.
Your body. I don't know your uncle. Buhari too. The political government want to give him award.
They have the right to travel wherever.
Award of no.
They want to travel.
What I'm saying, Mr. Don't be a rebel. Mr. Buhari went to Portugal. They want to confine him with what award of good leadership.
Are you the president?
Even Portuguese government, they are serious.
Blame Portuguese government.
I'm blaming probably I feel Buhari might have grabbed his way to get that.
Thank you very much.
That award.
Mr. David.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
You know the reason why I'm supporting a Christian that Portuguese government is confused is that the current United Nations Secretary General, confused man, Antonio Guterres. Antonio Guterres is a confused man. He's not doing the needful. The work that somebody like Boutros Ghali, an Egyptian, national citizen, the person that headed that office before Kofi Annan, he didn't do the same work that somebody like Perez de Kuala, I think, Kurt Weldon, that was 1980s. Those were people that headed that office. They did well. They cannot see nations, some nations being, oppressed by bigger nations, like what is happening in Ukraine now, has already finished the International League of Nations called United Nations. They shouldn't allow Russia to possess Ukraine again. They all disintegrated in the 90s, early 90s, and each federative went their separate ways. Why should NATO allow that? Why should the United Nations allow mad Putin to what? Annex Ukraine? Ukraine is on its own already for how many years? Nearly 32, 31 years now. Ukraine has been operating as a nation. Do you understand? So I don't know the reason why Russia should throw or spread her dragnet again to catch another fish. What has finished USSR is the same injustice now going on in that area. Why should Putin just wake up one day and try to annex the whole Europe? Let me tell you, if Ukraine for Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, I think, then Helsinki, Finland, and the other one, what do you call Iceland, under threat. Thank you, they are all under threat. Then Holland is not left out because those are the countries that share border with Holland. The whole Scandinavia, Europe, the whole cool region in Europe, like Sweden, Oslo, Norway, they all have border with Russia. They are not left out. They are going to be annexed too. So what Europe should do now is to put pressure on Antonio Guterres, whose secretary is who? Aisha Mohammed, a Fulani woman that is causing our current predicament in the southeastern Nigeria. Fulani woman was the person that was how is she causing Thank you so much, Christian. I myself, as a CEO of Up Jesus Company, is a carpet company. We sell carpet interiors. I myself am the CEO. I resume every morning. Who am I going to call if I travel to North or take a trip to the Southeast? If I resume, I come back, who should I meet? I'm going to call my secretary to tell me how far the transactions of the day of the past week went. So, Aisha Mohammed is playing an important role in the United Nations organization, if you don't know. He is the secretary to the Secretary General of the United Nations. A very pretty, beautiful, demonic, barbaric Fulani woman. He is the cause of the current problem we are going through in the Southeast. She is the cause because she is the cause. He's supposed to tell Antonio Guterres what is happening in the northern Nigeria. He's supposed to bring it to some documents on his table, on his desk. Antonio Guterres is busy there romancing Aisha Mohammed. Portuguese government are senseless. They are going to give this man an award of leadership award, as David said here. I'm supporting him, he's saying the truth. But that does not stop me from doing the needful this morning. Do you know the needful? Do you know? Fulani man will kill person. They know they carry him go to crime fighter. Yoruba man will kill person. Then go parade them before the public. You know that. Igbo man will kill police or kill person. Then go carry him go police station. Then go shoot him at sight. They not go one care. Do you know how many boys that were killed when Gulak Mohammed was shot last year? The first day we conducted sit at home in Igbo land. Gulak Mohammed, I don't know what happened. Amami Wali Akananya or Nisi, he traveled to Igbo land. Where you have seen that people are sitting. People were sitting at home. What was he looking for in Igbo land? Gulak Mohammed was shot dead by some persons, maybe his political opponents, enemies. Now, they said he's Igbo. You know how many Igbo youths, they wasted their life shooting at sight? Some 2-3 days ago, a Fulani man, no, Fulani herdsman killed a Yoruba man in the presence of his Yoruba brothers at the axis, Badagry axis of Lagos. Yorubas helped the Fulani man. They calmed the incident. The incident was calmed and brought to the social media by the same Yoruba. How many are those Fulani herdsmen that they could not round them up there and kill all of them and burn them alive? I'm telling you that Fulani is living above board.
the life of above board in Nigeria.
You have your
They
lawmakers.
are the first class
You
citizens
have your
now.
lawmakers that can speak for you. You have your lawmakers.
My lawmakers in the house, they are all legislating for their what families, their children, their uncles, their kinsmen are not even left out. Themselves, they are selfish people. I don't have lawmakers as an Igbo man. I'm the lawmaker of myself because I know the law. I respect the law. He who knows the law respects the law. Who claims to be a lawyer, I take them to be the best lawyers. But in Nigeria, lawyers are legislating in the house. Crooks, most of them there are crooks. Ekonomadi is a lawyer. Is he not a lawyer? Is he legislating rightly? If he is doing the right thing, what is the work of Nigerian soldiers in the southeast? Why are they there? A former Senate president has seen all these things and allowed it. Don't you know that I don't have to rely on my brothers who are senators, who are legislating wayo crooks, thieves in the house? I don't have senators. Southeast doesn't have senators. I'm saying it. People that are not senating well, people that are not governing well, and Mr. President is not presidenting well. What are you trying to tell me? If Alhaji steal money, they're not going to parade him before the crime fighter. If Mazda Okoro stole money, they would parade him. They would have paraded him long time ago. Okay. If a lawyer, Ajere Achirebi, still 10 kobo, Fulani government will parade him before the crime fighter the next 2 hours. What are we saying here? Look at Nnamdi Kanu. He has rejected the bill. Yes, they rejected the bill because they are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they deny him bail. Nnamdi Kanu preached peace. He told them the people in the south is to stop killing themselves. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is gangram. Gangram is strong in health. He's not moved. Are you listening? It's up to anything. He can do all things. He can do anything. Yes. Through what? Christ Jesus, who has called him into his works. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is fit. If they like that you hold him for 100 years, Nnamdi Kanu, if you stay 100 years, fine. Biafra is coming. Whether Nnamdi Kanu like it or not, that's the issue now. Do you know what? The major issue now is that if Nnamdi Kanu denounce Biafra, it is too late. Biafra is coming. People that are worse than Nnamdi Kanu, people that are more brave than Nnamdi Kanu, people that are more bold than Nnamdi Kanu, they're all over the world, craving to grab that position, to be the head, to be the leader, the group leader, the spiritual leader of the Jewish states, Biafra. They are all over the place. Have you forgotten Simon Ekpa? You think that Simon Ekpa is dead? Don't you know that Simon Ekpa is more fierce, more cruel, more wicked, or you call it wickeder, or the most wickedest leader Biafra has ever heard? Don't you know that Nnamdi Kanu is just trying to be very, very mild and gentle because of his level of education? He's not seem to be a violent man. That's why I see all these things just, playing out in Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi, we have not seen any charges. We already struck everything out. Also, from today, we be your what? Lawyer. Also, how do you see the situation whereby these people are subjected in Nnamdi Kanu to one chair, only one suit, only one top? Also, quarrel. And Nyako Binta said, okay, now give him another cloth. They are playing what? Arrange, passy. They are using Nnamdi Kanu to do politics, whether they like it or not. The biggest Jewish black state is coming. I'm telling you, from the southeastern hemisphere, we are going to spring out, whether Fulani likes it or not, whether Fulani kills every Igbo man or not. If it remains only one Igbo man standing, that person is going to take the flag, and Biafra will do what? Exile. Let me tell you, putting him down there in the DSS facility for years does not matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It is too late. It doesn't count anymore. It has what? Emanated into what? Reality. That's English. I'm telling you, Fulani can never stop us. Hausa can never stop us. Nobody can stop us. See, Oduduwa is out. Their international passport is there. Their flag is there. Their currency is there. Nobody's gonna stop Oduduwa. But myself, I'm taking my own flag. What? The first Jewish black state. We are going to make it, whether the devil likes it or not. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Let's talk about the Ex-Cjn 2.5 billion naira gratuity for the Ex-Cjn. The gratuity they are paying CGN is nonsense. Ask me why. CGN, Akabuluji, Danko Mohammed mismanaged Department of Judiciary under the government of Buhari, his brother. Do you know what?
malappropriation of fund. I said it yesterday. Mismanagement of public fund that is meant for the Department of Judiciary is mismanaged it. He cornered most of them to his personal account. Nobody said anything. And he is now resigning. They're going to pay him 2.something billion. It is illegal payment. That disbursement can never be. Let them probe and finish their probe before they ever make any disbursement. But let me tell you, are you paying him 2.7 billion? Don't you see that some students in Edo State are sitting on the floor? No money to what? To revamp that facility that has collapsed already. You are paying a crook. You are paying a corrupt CGN 2.7 billion naira benefit.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. We've come to the end of the program this morning. Bystanders and newsstand. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the program, Mr. Matthew, Mr. David, Mr. Raphael, Mr. Kunle, Mr. Chigozie, and many other people. Thank you very much for being part of the program. I am Christian Chugo. Till tomorrow for another exciting edition of Bystanders at the newsstands. Mr. Okoro, somebody asked for my number. My number is 081 57 51 5167 081 57 51 5167. Mr. Augustine Okoro, one more time. 081 57 51 5167. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Till tomorrow.